وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُّدَّكِرٍ.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Our today's lesson is going to be on موانع إجابة الدعاء, the things that prevent your dua from being answered. That is the impediments of answering dua. So the dua you are making, if you want it to be answered by Almighty Allah, you must listen very well and follow the teachings in this hadith which we are going to read now, because there are certain things that you will do, then your dua will not be answered by Almighty Allah. In the previous lesson, we learned the things or the timings that Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is most likely to answer your dua. Today, we are going to learn the things that prevent your dua from being answered. So the first hadith is the hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that the Prophet ﷺ said, "La yazalu yustajabu lil abdi ma lam yadu bi ithmin aw qati'ati rahimin ma lam yastajil." That the prayer made or the dua made by a person will remain to be answered, will continue to be answered by Almighty Allah, as long as that person did not ask for sin, or he did not supplicate for something that is sinful. For example, you are asking Almighty Allah to give you something that is haram, or something that you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not give you. There are certain things that you should not ask for. Then you are asking for something that is sinful, or you are asking Almighty Allah to break the ties of relationship. For example, for Almighty Allah to break the relationship between you and your brother or your sister, blood relationship. So all these things is forbidden. So as long as you did not ask for something that is sinful, and also asking for breaking the ties of relationship is something that is sinful, and you did not hasten in your dua. You are asking Almighty Allah for something, then you don't have patience. You want that thing to be given to you at the moment, today. It's not like that. You cannot force Almighty Allah to give you something. When you make dua, you exercise patience and wait. Allah can answer you that day, can answer you the next day, can answer you after 1 year. There are people that pray for child. They will stay like 10 years before Almighty Allah give them a child. So you have to be patient. So as long as you are patient and you are not asking for something that is sinful, and you don't ask to break the ties of blood relationship, and you are not in haste, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will definitely answer your prayer. So this hadith is in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. The second hadith is the hadith of Ubadah ibn Samit radiallahu anhu, that the Prophet ﷺ said, "Ma alal ardi muslimun yad'u Allah ta'ala bida'watin illa atahu Allahu iyyaha aw sarafa anhu min as-su'i mithlaha ma lam yad'u bi ithmin aw qati'ati rahim." Akhrajahu Tirmidhi. In this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ is saying that there is no Muslim on the surface of this earth that will ask Almighty Allah, will supplicate to Almighty Allah to give him anything, unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him that thing. That means whatever a Muslim on the surface of this earth will ask Almighty Allah, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give it to him. It's either he will give it to him, but if he does not give it to him, sarafa anhu min as-su'i mithlaha, he will use that his prayer to avert some bad thing, bad thing that would have happened to him. He will use that prayer to drive away that thing from happening to the person. So that is to tell you that the prayer you are doing, and you are asking Allah, give me this, give me this, give me this. Even if you see he did not give you that particular thing, he must have answered your prayer and use it to prevent something else from happening to you. Maybe somebody is making prayer, "Oh Allah, give me car, give me car." Allah did not give him car. But Allah will use that prayer to prevent him from car on the road hitting him. So maybe if he has given you that car, another car will come and hit you. Will you be alive to use your car that he gave to you? No. So when you are making prayer, so Allah knows what is better for you. So he will use your prayer to give you the thing that he knows that is better for you. It may not be exactly that thing you are asking for, then he will use it for another thing and use it to give another thing to you. So this is happening. That is why any prayer you pray, always believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts it. Whether he give you exactly that thing or he give you another thing, it's the same prayer that you make. So ma'alam yadu bi ithmin aw qati'ati rahim, the same thing. As long as you did not pray for something that is sinful, or you did not pray to break the ties of blood relationship, to separate from your brother, to separate from your father, to separate from your sister, and all those things. That you are not talking to social person, you are not talking to your brother, you are not talking to your sister. As long as you did not pray for all these things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer your prayer. So this hadith was transmitted by Imam at-Tirmidhi in his book. In another narration of this same hadith, he said, "Aw yudakharu lahu min al-ajri mithlaha." It's either Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you that thing that you are asking for, or he will save the reward equivalent to that thing you are asking for you in the hereafter. When you come in the hereafter, you will see the reward of that prayer you were asking for. That is to say that he may not give you that thing in this world, but he will write a reward equivalent to that thing you are asking for you in the hereafter. Why? Because sometimes he may give you that thing, and that thing will become a problem for you. Like some people now, Allah will give them a car. He will go and use the car, somehow the car will go and kill him. So he did not benefit from the car. So in that case, if Allah loves you, he will not give you the car. You will be crying, I don't have car, I don't have car. But if he give it to you, the car is going to kill you. So the best thing, he will not give you the car so that you stay alive, and he will keep the reward of that your dua for you in the hereafter. The next hadith is the hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala said, "Inna Allah ta'ala tayyibun la yaqbalu illa tayyiba." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pure. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is tayyib, is pure. And because it's pure, he does not accept anything except something that is pure. وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ أَمَرَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ بِمَا أَمَرَ بِهِ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded the believers, the Muslims and the mu'minin, with exactly the same thing he asked the prophets to do. So he did not give them different commandment. The same commandment that he gave to the prophets is the same commandment he gives to us, we normal human beings. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Ya ayyuha rusulu kulu min at-tayyibati wa amalu salih." This is part of the commandment Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the prophets. He told them that, "Oh, you messengers, eat from the good things." That if you want to eat, don't eat something that is haram. You eat something that is good, something that is pure. Wa amalu salih, and do what is righteous, do good deeds. That means you make sure that what you are eating, the food you are eating, is clean, is halal. Don't eat food that is haram. Maybe the food that they stole, or you went and steal someone's money to buy food. Don't do that, and don't steal someone's food to eat. Wa amalu salih, and do what is good. Then in another ayah, the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said, "Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kulu min tayyibati ma razaqnakum." Eat from the good things that we have provided for you. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. So you see, as he said, "Ya ayyuha rusul kulu min at-tayyibati wa amalu salih," here is addressing the prophets, the messengers. The same thing is addressing the mu'minin. He said, "Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kulu min tayyibati ma razaqnakum." Eat from the good things that we have provided for you. So the bad things that you are seeing on the surface of Almighty Allah, Allah says you should not eat from it. You should eat from the good things. If they tell you that this meat is forbidden, don't eat it. You eat the meat that is halal. Anything they tell you, they say this clothes is forbidden to wear, you don't wear it. You wear clothes that is halal. That is what Allah wanted referring to in this place. Then in this same hadith, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned a man. Summa dhakara rajul yutwilu safar ash'atha aghbar. Then the Prophet ﷺ now told them the story of a man. That man was traveling long journey from one place to another place that is very, very far. Yutwilu safar. And if you see this man, his hair scattered, because you know somebody who is traveling, he doesn't have time to bath, and he doesn't have time to even take care of his head to comb his hair. So his hair is just scattered. That's the meaning of ashath. You see it. Aghbar means all his body is full with dust. If someone is traveling, that's how it is, because he doesn't have time to bath. You are always traveling, going for a very long journey. You will not have time to bath. So his hair is scattered and his body is full with dust. This man, the Prophet is telling the story. Then this man that the Prophet is telling his story, Yamudu Yadei ila sama. The man was raising his hand to the heaven like this. Say, Ya Rab, calling upon Almighty Allah. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Then the Prophet said, okay, you see this man is calling Almighty Allah, he's making dua. But this man, wamatamu haram. The food that he's eating is haram. This man, you see that he raised hands, is traveling, and is calling Almighty Allah to give him things. This food he's eating is haram. Wamashrabu haram. The drink that he drinks, water or juice or anything, is haram. Wamalbasu haram. Even the clothes that he's wearing is haram. Waghudhiya bil haram. Even the food that they used to bring him on when he was a small child, they used to feed him when he was small child, all was haram. The Prophet said, فَأَنَّا يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُ. How is it possible that Allah SWT will answer this person's prayer? That is to tell you that if what you are eating is haram, what you are drinking is haram, what you are wearing is haram, and you were brought up with haram money, then Allah SWT will not answer your prayer. So that's what the Prophet said about this particular person. Despite the fact that he's traveling, and when somebody is traveling, as we learn, it's among the time a position that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers people's prayer. But this one, Allah will not answer his prayer because what he's eating, what he's wearing, what he's drinking, and everything about him is haram. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not answer his prayer. This hadith was narrated by Imam Muslim. The last hadith is hadith of Huzaifa radiallahu ta'ala anhum, that the Prophet ﷺ said, وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ لَتَأْمُرُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَلَتَنْهَوُنَّ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ أَوْ لَيُوشِكَنَّ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَبْعَثَ عَلَيْكُمْ عِقَابًا مِنْهُ ثُمَّ تَدْعُونَهُ فَلَا يُسْتَجَابُ لَكُمْ. This hadith is very, very important. It's about asking people to do what is right, what is ma'ruf, what is good, and forbidding people from doing what is wrong, which is munkar. Because nowadays, people, they will see someone doing something that is bad, they will keep quiet. They will just pass. They will not tell the person to do it. Or they will laugh with the person. It's not allowed. If someone is doing something that is bad, you tell him this thing you are doing is bad. If he says he doesn't want to leave it, you leave him. No need to quarrel with him. Leave him. But you have told him that this thing is bad. So that's what is called al-amr bil-ma'ruf and an-nahy anil munkar. The Prophet ﷺ is swearing in this hadith. He said, وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ, that he swear by the one in whose hand is his soul, which is Almighty Allah. Whose hand, our souls are all in the hands of Almighty Allah. So the Prophet ﷺ is swearing by Almighty Allah that you must command one another, people. You must command people to do what is right, and you must forbid what is wrong, which is called munkar. Or if you don't do that, like you shikan Allah and yabas alaykum iqaban minhu, that Allah is likely to send a punishment from heaven upon you. So if you leave amr bil ma'ruf and leave nahy anil munkar, Allah is likely to send punishment from heaven upon all of you. Summa tad'una, then when that punishment now comes, you will be calling Almighty Allah, dua, Allah, Allah save us, and Allah will not answer your prayer. So among the reasons why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not answer prayer, is another reason here. If people leave al-amr bil ma'ruf and an-nahy anil munkar, when you see someone doing bad, you just keep quiet. You don't want to tell him this thing you are doing is bad. And when you see something that is good, you will not call people to come and do it, which is called al-amr bil ma'ruf. So it's among the reasons why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not answer your prayer. When people now agree, everybody agreed on, everybody is doing what he likes, nobody is telling another person that this thing you are doing is bad, then you will not expect Almighty Allah to answer your prayer. So these are the 4 hadiths we are to read in this place. So what we benefit from this hadith is that eating haram or wearing haram or drinking haram is among the things that prevent your dua from being answered by Almighty Allah. So if you are making dua and you say that Allah is not answering your prayer, what are you going to do? Go and check the food you are eating. Are you eating haram? The clothes you are wearing, is it haram? The drink you are drinking, is it haram or not? You have to go and check yourself. Then the second thing we benefit is that there is no need to hasten in getting reply from the dua you are doing from Almighty Allah. If you do dua, you have to exercise patience, because if you are in haste, that will also another reason for not answering your prayer. If someone is making haste, you want Almighty Allah, I want the reply from now, Allah will not answer your prayer, because you cannot command Almighty Allah. And when you are hasting like that, it shows that you have no hope in the mercy of Almighty Allah. You don't have hope in the mercy, so that's why you are hastening. And you believe that Almighty Allah will not answer your prayer. The third thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may answer your prayer in different ways. It's not necessarily that the thing that you ask for will be given to you. You may ask for a phone, He will give you an iPad. You may ask for a bicycle, He will give you a car. He may not even give you a car, right reward for you in the hereafter. Or you may ask for a bicycle, He will save you from dog biting you outside. So all those things are ways. The dua you are making, you always believe that dua Allah is answering it. But the way Allah is using that dua to help you, you may not know. And not that you ask for a particular that thing must come to you. You have to know that if someone is making dua for something that is sin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not answer his prayer. Like somebody is asking Almighty Allah to give him wine, khamr, and you know khamr is forbidden. Allah will not answer that your prayer. How can you ask someone to give you wine? Khamr is forbidden, so He will not give it to you. So when you are asking Almighty Allah for something that is sin, or you are asking Almighty Allah to separate you and your brothers, that they born you together, or you and your sister they born you, Allah will not answer that particular prayer. Then the last thing we benefit is that leaving al-amr bil ma'ruf and nahy anil munkar, not observing amr bil ma'ruf and nahy anil munkar, is among the reasons why Allah will not answer your prayer. So if you see someone doing bad thing, you tell him this is bad. If you see anything that is good and you are doing it, you ask people, oh, Come and join me in doing this good thing. That is called al-amru bil ma'ruf wa nahi anil munkar. Wa sallallahu wa sallama ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.